Okay, let's see what it is that you're feeling. You feel as if you are or you have a supportive partner. Okay, with strong foundations coming out, I see that you guys have a strong foundation together. You are living in the moment, okay, which is good for you because you're focusing on deeper connections and you see yourself as very generous in this relationship. Okay, so now let's find out what's a little bit about this relationship. Let's see how your partner feels and possibly what's going on in this relationship. This scenario is based on okay, you guys are providing each other with emotional support. Um, you, your partner seems to be a little bit of a smooth talker. Um, your partner seems to be a little bit uncomfortable. Your partner may be having difficulties with self-love here, which is why they resort to being like a smooth talker. Usually when the smooth talker comes out, I see this more as like someone that's willing to manipulate the situation. Like you can talk yourself out of anything, okay? So I'm seeing that there is emotional support coming from both of you, but this person probably has very manipulative ways and it's showing or coming through because they're lacking some self-love and they're not 100% comfortable in this connection. Okay, here, this is showing that there's a disconnect somewhere, maybe that you're not aware of. So there isn't 100% shared connection here. Maybe your partner is hiding something from you. Okay, building a future together. I'm saying that this is probably something your partner does not want. That may be why they're resorting to manipulating you. So this seems to be as if this relationship, you're thinking that this is on a strong foundation and it's going well, and you're trying to deepen the connection and you're very generous, but I'm seeing that this person could just be using you for the emotional support and the fact that you're generous with them in the relationship. So I'm seeing that maybe this person is using you for something. Okay, so here I have release control. Release control coming out in reverse. I feel like you're very kind of free spirited with this relationship. I feel like you have a lot of trust in your partner. I don't see where it's something that you're acting like controlling towards your partner. So this kind of makes it even more interesting on your partner's side. Okay, new relationship adventures in the reverse. I think this has to do with the future, and I don't think that after this reading, I don't think that there are going to be any new adventures, okay? Confidence in their connection is probably how you're feeling, because it seems as if you're pretty blind to what's going on in the front of you. Okay, this for your partner is a forbidden romance. Okay, so maybe your partner is not being completely upfront with you. Yeah, see, this is showing that you're about to find out real soon that there's going to be a shift in the connection. The acceptance and the belonging that you want from your partner, you're going to find out that it's not completely what you think. Okay? Lifelong companionship upright. This is going to be a lesson for you that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life, okay? I feel like this card is coming out because this is going to be something that's really intense for you, and you're not going to forget about it. So whether you choose to interact with this person after this is all said and done will be entirely up to you, and that could lead to like a lifelong friendship. But whatever this is showing me right now is it's enough to have you feeling like, yeah, have you, this is enough to have you feeling as if um, you're going to be longing for this lifelong companionship. Okay, and with that being said, what came out just now is self-reflection before connection. I think this is going to have to do with the advice that's being given, okay? I think this relationship is something you need to reflect on, and I feel like that will bring you to a new situation, maybe a new relationship, maybe a new avenue to scope out this relationship. But I do feel like there needs to be some thought put into this because your partner is definitely using you for something, okay? And your partner is probably using you for some adventures and stuff that you guys probably have. Maybe you take them out a lot. It's because you are generous in the relationship, so maybe you open them up to new things and they really enjoy that and they enjoy that headspace. But when it comes to actually having a strong love connection here, I see that your partner does not. Whereas in your mind, you could possibly feel like this is real. You could feel like this is the lifelong companionship that you've been wanting. But with self-reflection coming out right after that card, I'm seeing that you should probably think twice about that, okay? Now that I'm starting to understand why those two came out upright back to back. So you should be reflecting on whether or not this really is a lifelong companionship for you, because your partner may be a little bit misleading. What is your partner misleading you about? Let's not pick up any of the old cards. I think they're misleading you about creating a strong foundation, okay? I can see that it's working because you feel as if you have a strong foundation, but it seems as if this is this completion of a cycle is coming out in reverse. So this is a repeated cycle that's been going on for a while, maybe for your partner. Maybe even if I'm getting that you're not the first person that they've done this with, okay, they seem to have issues around relationships, okay? Maybe they had some trauma happen in the past and they don't really commit to relationships the way that people expect. Okay, and I see here they're probably used to making people beg for a relationship, okay? This is probably a kink that they get off on, okay? Um, I'm seeing that they're not interested in you two growing as potential partners either. That coming out in reverse, all right? And I'll pick that up again. I probably okay. That's just a card. I picked it again, and here it is. This your partner knows that breakup is imminent. So, like I said, with the cycle, the completion of a cycle coming in reverse, I'm seeing that this is something that your partner probably does on a regular basis. So, they're not really out of this cycle here. So, right now, they're probably planning a breakup, and you're in la la land thinking everything's good. All right? They're not going to be coming back to rekindling this flame. So, what I'm getting is like they're going to use you for whatever they can get, and you're gonna start to feel frustrated and neglected about this connection. Okay? Love and separation. This came out in reverse, meaning that you guys are probably gonna separate, but there's not gonna be any true love in this situation. Okay? That's that's not how that's gonna work. You're trying to be patient with this love here, but I'm seeing that you are trying to navigate these hurdles, trying to bring this person back from how they're feeling. But I'm getting that that's not you. You're really hell bent on growing together, and settling long-term goals. This is something that you're really, so I'm seeing that you're really invested in this, and this is leading you down the road to heartbreak, I think. Here it is, you have um, desiring a new relationship. I feel like this is you because you're kind of stuck on what it is that you want to see. This is definitely a love is blind situation. So let's end this and see if we can give you some type of resolve here. Because I'm concerned about how this person is using you. Okay, so there is no deepening of the connection happening here, okay? Um, there will not be a celebration in this. Once you come to your senses and you realize what's happening, I think it's going to be rather depressing for you, okay? Because you're going to see that your partner is not really with you for the right reasons. Maybe for the love of something else, but it's not it's not for the love of you. Okay, creating new shared experiences together. This is definitely going to be something that you're never going to forget. This relationship here, that's this is going to open your eyes, and you're always going to remember this person as someone that hurt you. Okay, I can see that with the financially stability, security coming into play, upside down, is that your partner is starting to realize that you're falling out of this zone, and this is probably why they're losing interest and they're figuring out it's time to move on. Okay, meanwhile you're thinking that you guys are about to merge lives together. They're thinking that things are about to go to the next level, but I'm seeing that your partner is literally a heartbreaker, probably a well-known heartbreaker, and you are not able to tame them. Okay, crisis in love coming out in reverse. This coming out in reverse lets me know that you are completely oblivious to what's happening. Oh my god. You cannot see this person out of this good light. Okay, this is not external pressures coming out in reverse. This is something internally, okay, that's causing this distance, is because your person heart's not in it. All right, um they feel very strong about, you both do, with the strengthening card, feel very strong about what it is that's happening, but you're on two you're not on two different pages, but you guys are just not I shouldn't say you guys, because you're coming in, well, knowing or thinking that this is the perfect relationship, and I'm seeing that you're being heavily manipulated in this relationship by your partner. I wish I had more information to tell you, because even the way that this spread is coming out, this is a mess. Okay, I thought this would have been such a good relationship based on how you were feeling about it. And once I started getting some once I started seeing, what was going on and how your partner feels, I'm kind of realizing that, this is this is a heartbreaking scenario. So we'll end this with this. Achieving relationship milestones in reverse, that means you guys are going to stay stagnant in this energy. It's not going to change. Um, Cold lover coming out here. Your partner is a very cold person. Okay? They've done this to many other people and they probably plan to do this to some more because they're stuck in this cycle. Okay? This is like what they do. Yeah, they don't look for relationships to create balance and harmony. Okay, they look for people that they can easily manipulate, and unfortunately, this time around, it's you. Okay, but I don't want you to get discouraged because once this comes to an end for you and you open your eyes, I see that you're gonna have a promising future. Okay, and I'm seeing that this is actually coming out in reverse. Trust your instincts. I think this is telling you that you should be careful with what you're thinking about your partner because the way that they're making you believe their relationship is on a solid foundation, on good rock. I'm trying to show you that it's not, and there's some other dealings going on here. So I would be more protective of like my of your money, your materials, your heart. Okay, I would be more protective of these things because right now your smooth talking partner, you know, has you feeling because there are no arguments and no fallout that all these things that you were thinking or feeling to yourself means that you guys are on good terms. Okay, so uh, you were here thinking that you were about to get into some exciting new beginnings with them, and in actuality you're thinking that this is something that is going to be beneficial to both you, your family, and theirs. So you were, I feel like you were getting ready to, you know, move this relationship forward to be something so much more. But the difficulty communicating coming out in reverse lets me know that there is a lot of things that are not being said, especially from your partner's end. So you guys are not on the same page, but you guys, you're not taking the time out to discuss that, okay? So you're in la la land. They're, making up their own um, motives to get things from you and out of you. This is a youthful connection. I'm thinking that maybe you might be the younger person, so this could be someone that's older than you, probably taking advantage of all that you have to offer because it's showing here that you are a devoted partner. Okay, you're devoted to this partner, but look, like I'm saying to you, this is a shallow connection, okay? This is only based off of material things or how you look together, or, this connection is not love based. I see here the holding and potential in reverse, meaning that you are probably holding on to this potential, but your partner, in regards to your partner, they're not. I'm telling you, this is how they operate all the time. So if this is how they operate all the time, they already know that it doesn't really matter like how good you are or how good you get. They know that their time is limited with you, okay? And here I see this. You're going to experience a loss in love. So you may be devoted to this. This may be something that you really want, but in the end of the day, it's going to be a heartbreak for you. This is not something that's going to end well for you, okay? And I'm feeling as if that's really sad because you seem as if you may be a really nice person and you don't deserve this. So this could be one of those sad scenarios, and that is really unfortunate. But usually these things really come as lessons to you, and they can help you grow into something better. You can become someone more vigilant in love. This may hurt your ego a lot, but if you do some self reflection, this can actually help to strengthen and help you to build more courage in your future love relationships. Okay? And this is something that's probably also going to help open your eyes to things. Okay, things that you were blind to before, once you see them now, you'll be more cautious and you will realize, that love is real, and some people just don't understand it. And unfortunately, I feel that that's what your partner, they probably have some hidden demons that they have to deal with, and it has nothing to do with you. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can move into a new and better relationship with a better mindset and more focused on growing yourself rather than trying to grow someone else. So if you enjoyed this scenario and if it helped, I hope that you like, comment, and share, and drop a follow so that you can catch our next scenario.